Everyone, welcome to Chem Classroom with Auntie Taiwo. If you have not subscribed, kindly do so. So today we'll be going to one of the organic family, and we'll be talking about esters, also known as what? Alkaloids. And I'll be showing you how esters are being formed through a process called esterification. Now, esterification is the formation of your ester or your alkaloids, and it is produced through the reaction of your alkanoic acid and the alkanol, or you say alcohol. So what I'm saying is this: when you have your alkanoic acid plus what? Alcohol or alkanol, anyone you choose to use, to give what? Ester plus what? H2O. Ester plus water. Okay, we are still writing in words. Ester plus water. Okay, so now the formation of your ester is being determined by the number of your what? Carbon atoms in the alkanoic acid and the what? Alkanol. And it also shows in the nomenclature of the ester. So now I'll be making use of my propanoic acid. Then my propanoic acid has how many carbon atoms? It has 3 carbon atoms. So I can do CH3, CH2, COOH. And I can also write it in the collapsed form, whereby you have the C2H5COOH. So, okay. Then plus what? My alcohol, what are we going to use? Okay, this is my propanoic acid. Let's write it here for some of our subscribers. Okay, let us use ethanol. Ethanol has just 2 carbon atoms. Okay, so I will do C2H5OH. Now we are able to write this because the alkyl group is what? R, right? And this alkyl group forms what? CnH2n plus what? 1. And the functional group of the alcohol is what? ROH. Then for the alkanoic acid, you have RCOOH. Then for the ester, the functional group of our ester is what? RCOOR prime. So invariably the hydrogen, the ionizable hydrogen of the alkanoic acid is being replaced by the what? Alkyl group. Okay, now let's try and let's see how we are going to write. So this is our ethanol. Okay, so now this is going to cut out, then this is going to cut out as well. Then hydrogen and hydroxide will form water. So you have CH3, CH2, COO, then the C2H5 plus what? H2O. Okay, so we have written, this is the equation, and it's a reversible reaction. Yes, it's a reversible reaction. Oh, I forgot. It's a reversible reaction. Okay, so now let's try and name. So we are going to start from this side. This is ethyl. Then how many carbon atoms? 1, 2, 3. Propanoids. Okay, so that is how you write for your alkanoid or ester. Okay, right away I'll be differentiating between neutralization reaction and what? Esterification. They both involve acid, right? Your neutralization reaction involves the what? The reaction of acid and base to produce salt and water. While your esterification involves what? Alkanoic acid plus what? Plus alcohol to produce ester and water. Now, your neutralization reaction is not a reversible reaction, but esterification reaction is a reversible reaction. It can proceed in both ways. Okay, now for your esterification reaction, it needs to be catalyzed by an acid, but that doesn't happen in neutralization reaction. Then for your esterification, there is no need for an indicator to know the endpoint, no. But for your neutralization reaction, an indicator like your methylorine, phenolphthalein, like that is expected to be used. Then for neutralization reaction, no, it is involved. Then esterification, it is involved. So having compared the two together, we have a practical question on the board. Okay, let's move right away. A saturated organic compound A containing 2 carbon atoms reacted with ethanoic acid in the presence of a mineral acid to form a compound B with a sweet smell. Now your ester, I forgot to emphasize that ester is the organic compound that has the sweet fragrance, this sweet smell. So anytime they refer to any organic compound with a sweet smell, ester should come to your mind. Ester should come to your mind. Okay, so we are being asked to name the functional group in A. Now we are going to solve solution right away. Okay, saturated, okay, combines with ethanoic acid. So, and you know that once alkanoic acid reacts with alcohol, that is when ester is being found. Ester is that compound with a sweet smell. So automatically this one is the what? Is the alcohol. The saturated organic compound A is the alcohol. And the functional group in alcohol is what? OH. Is OH. Then B, we are to write the chemical equation to show the formation of B. Okay, now the alcohol is what? Is 2 carbon atoms, so is ethanol. So I'm going to do C2H5OH plus what? What am I going to do again? Ethanoic acid. Okay, ethanoic acid, we have just 2 carbon atoms. So I'm going to do CH3COOH to give me what? My ester and my what? My ester and my water. So we are going to do this, we'll cut this and cut this, then the OH and the hydrogen will form water. So we'll have CH3COO, then the C2H5 plus what? H2O. So having done for B, C, we are to name the compound B. So let us name, this is ethyl ethanoate. Ethyl ethanoate. So solve more questions, combine different alkanoic acid or alcohol. You can choose to do butanoic acid and propanol. You can choose to do pentanoic acid and butanol. Just combine and drop in the comment section. All right, thank you for staying tuned. Tell your friends, share, like, and subscribe. That Auntie Taiwo is teaching on Chem Classroom on YouTube. Thank you for staying tuned. God bless you.